Hey everyone, so I haven't posted any videos in LinkedIn yet, so here's my first one. And I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about my journey in the short-term rental business that I've been doing on the side since 2019. And I just wanted to share some lessons with you and what I am planning to do next in this field. So it all started in 2019 when I bought my first apartment. It was in Tallinn. It was like a loft type of apartment with really high ceilings, really pretty apartment with just one room. It could accommodate 2 people. And I think after 1 month of buying it, it was like brand new, so they just built it. I was able to get my first customers or first guests within, I think, 1 or 2 months. Of course, I had to make some time to furnish the apartment and so on, but I would say it was not so difficult to get started. Although during that time, I had quite many lessons that I would like to share with you. So the first thing I quite quickly changed, I think it was like half a year of doing that, I realized that there are so many people who are booking it only for one night. And but there's also a market for people that are booking it for like more than one night. And since it was a small apartment, the nightly fee was quite low. And well, every time you still need to do the cleaning, you still need to do the management. And if you have a month full of, one night stays or bookings, then it will like eat up all your profits that you're gonna spend on like cleaning and stuff like that. So I transitioned from minimum stay of one night to at least 2 or 3. I think I experimented with both. 2 was fine because mostly people were still booking like longer than 2 night stays, but 3 was also like okay. And of course the vacancy wasn't that high anymore because it wasn't flexible. But I still was able to make a lot more revenue. Revenue was the same, but profit was like higher. So I would say maybe I was losing only like 5 to 10% of all the bookings, but the type of customers or the type of guests that it attracted was a lot better. So be very, very mindful about offering these one night stays. Because you will attract more people who just come there to party. You will attract people who just take it for one night, and you still need to clean after them, so you need to have really high margins. So that's one lesson for sure. The second lesson is that durability really matters, and choosing the materials and furniture and appliances that are kind of foolproof, which like can tolerate a lot of handling, because oftentimes, depending on the person, I'm a very, careful person about how do I use my equipment and coffee machine and so on. But these things break really fast. Like I think I changed the TV once, I changed the bed, I changed a lot of appliances in the kitchen. I had to replace a lot of carpets, which is strange. I never replace carpets in my own house because they're just clean. I keep them clean and there's like nothing wrong with them. But things break in Airbnbs and short-term rentals. People are less cautious when they're at their own home. So things break, I would say 2, 3, maybe 4 times faster than you would expect. And also a little tip about that, related to this one, is that try to use materials which have this kind of like gray patterns or some kind of patterns that if there is a spillage of some sort of, I don't know, drink, food or something else like is on it, that it will not be so visible. This allows you to not do like a deep clean every time when something goes over. You can just like clean it. There will be some stains, but they will be less visible, and it looks like it's clean, but actually it's stained. So before you need to replace it basically. So use materials that are super durable and also are kind of like stain proof. This is like a big thing as well. Thirdly, my learning was that bad reviews are normal, so there's nothing you can do about it. Some people are super sensitive to different things, and you simply can't avoid that. Well, fortunately, there aren't too many of them, and if you are like doing everything you can to be like a good host, then you should only have them maybe 1 or 2 or maybe 3 times per year of like people who are like really unsatisfied with what you're offering to them. This could be personal reasons, maybe they're just unhappy and unsatisfied everything in their life. So you shouldn't take it like a person that you were like a bad host to them or something like that. I had people like complain about the curtains or the lights or the fragrance used in the bathroom, for example, which everyone else loved. So it's something you just can't fix, and you just have to acknowledge that there will be people who's gonna leave you like really bad reviews, and there's nothing you can do about it. So now let's move forward a little bit. In 2022, I sold the apartment because I wanted to try out a different venture, which was to build actually a house from ground up myself and use it as a summer house for myself, and also rent it out as an Airbnb on the side. So I took all these lessons with me and started to build a house. So I thought that yes, I know everything. I know like what can go wrong, and well, it has been quite a journey because building a house, if you have no experience in building a house before, it can be quite challenging. Here are some of the lessons that I learned from the process. So I think my biggest learning here is that you always need to have contracts with contractors, because I don't know how it is in like different jurisdictions, different countries, different cities, but here in Estonia, what I also talked with some of my buddies who are also in construction and like in real estate, is that you always have to kind of budget in some sort of like fail or learning budget, because there will be contractors who you hire, they say that they will do the work, and then they simply will not, because maybe they do it wrong, maybe they are late with the delivery date, and because of that another things will be delayed, which cause you another set of costs. So you have to be really careful like who you choose as a contractor and the contracts you have with them. So if they will be not meeting a deadline, there should be hard fines, so they are like very motivated to hit those deadlines. And you should always do the background check for those people, because I unfortunately stumbled upon few contractors that I didn't research that much, and in retrospect I should have, because they ended up actually taking prepayment for some of the work that they promised, and they simply didn't do the work, and they also didn't return the money. So and to this date I still have people who owe me a lot of money, thousands of euros for the work that they promised to, but they never did. So I had to hire another set of contractors. So this is very important. And when I talk with other of my friends who are also in the situation that they have had contractors, this is like a very common problem, especially in Estonia, that these things happen. So you have to be very careful about who you work with and what sort of contracts do you have. But putting everything aside, the house was still finished. I finished it in the 2024 winter time. The house surroundings was quite a mess. There was like construction materials like scattered around the place. I also got some reviews saying that yeah, the house itself is nice, but the outside is like so. So I think to myself it was like an MVP, that you still have some bugs to work out. It wasn't too bad because people still loved it. People were still coming, people were still booking. It was already generating revenue, which was the goal, because there were still already like costs associated by owning it. So I wanted to get it going as soon as possible. I think this is a learning, is that if you think you're not ready yet, then think again and think that everything has a price, that even if there is like something really missing from your Airbnb, you can put like just a cheaper price and just say that, hey, this is work in progress. We'd be happy to get your first feedback, like what would you do differently, and just get some people already coming to your house. So I think there's no reason why to wait if the house is already like livable, or the apartment is livable. So if there's a bathroom, if there's a shower, if there's a kitchen, if there's a bed, and there's heating or cooling in the house, then it's a house. People could live there, basically. But now the story is coming to an end. I have decided to sell the house. It has been a fun ride, and I'm selling because I have another project in mind that I would like to start, and I would be very happy to discuss this with people who are interested. If you yourself would like to have this unique house in your portfolio, or you would just like to have something extra compared to your crypto, your stocks, your other investments that you have, you would like to also have like Airbnb rental, then shoot me a message here in LinkedIn, And if you have someone in your network who might be also interested, feel free to share this post with them, or just share the listing and mention that this is on sale. I would be also be very happy to talk with them as well. And I do also give you a referral fee if we end up making a deal, so little bonus for you there as well. So yeah, that's it. I hope you like my little journey overview of what I've been doing with the short terms. And if you want to just book the house and just relax for a few days from the city, feel free to book it for yourself and try it out.